Good afternoon, fourth graders. Today we're going to start off with the shout outs from from last class's lesson, which introduced the parts of the plant. Here you can see all of the students that scored a 100 on the Educated video. You can also see that your teachers are grading your written responses. That's this column 2, right here. So make sure that you are typing clear answers and complete sentences. You can see that all of the 100s are listed on the side. Keep your eyes on this left side to see if your name pops up. I'm now moving to the masteries. If you see your name now, you're in the mastery area. All of these students that are going across the board all scored mastery. Make sure you're looking on the left-hand side. All of these students scored mastery. I'm now moving to basic. It starts with Mr. Simmons here. All of these students scored a basic on the video. The list stops right here. If you did not make it on the basic and above list this time, then I hope you work hard on this video and you stay tuned to see if you're on it for the next one. You know what plants need to grow and to make food. You learned this from the Magic School Bus. Can you remember what you learned last class and in third grade? List the 3 things that plants need to grow in your Educated question. Now it's time to check your answer. The correct answer is that plants need, in order to grow, water, sunlight, and air. We call that air oxygen. When you add all of those things together, you get plant growth. Give yourself a silent pat on the back if you got that right. But we know that plants need many things to grow. They need water, they need sunlight, and they need oxygen. But how do plants find what they need in order to grow? What did Phoebe do in her plant structures in order to grow? Use what you've learned from the Magic School Bus and from Miss Robinson to make educated predictions about how different parts of the plants help the plant get what it needs in order to grow. First, let's start off with the structure or the parts of the plant. Do you remember all of the names to all of the plant parts? Let's start with Z. What is the structure of the plant labeled by the letter Z? The correct answer that you should have already seen from Educated was roots. Here's another diagram of the roots. What is the function or the job of the plant's roots? Make sure you're writing in complete sentences into Educated. The correct answer is the roots absorb water and nutrients from the soil. Last class, you saw the Magic School Bus was absorbed or sucked up through the roots into the plant. The root was really trying to suck up this water and these nutrients or the minerals that are found in the soil. Now, let's move up the plant to the structure marked with Y. What is the name of the structure labeled with the letter Y? The name of the structure labeled with Y was the stem. Your job now is to think and to predict. What was the function of the stem? When the Magic School Bus was moving through this tube-like structure, where was it going? What was happening? These diagrams might also help you predict what is the function or the job of the stem. Write it now. The correct answer is the stem moves water and nutrients from the roots to other parts of the plant. You can see these arrows show the water moving up the stem, and eventually that water gets to the leaves or gets to the flower. The stem is like the highway that carries the water to other parts of the plant. The next part of the plant is marked with the letter X. What is the name of the plant part marked by the letter X? The name of the plant part that was marked by the letter X is called the leaf. Leaves come in many different shapes and sizes, but they all have the same function or job. What is the function of the leaf? The correct answer is the leaf of any plant absorbs or takes in sunlight to help it make its own food. That food is called sugar or glucose. The process of how plants make their own food in the leaf is called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is how the plants make their own food. The last plant structure that we are talking about today is labeled with the letter W. What is the name of the part of the plant labeled with the letter W? The name of the plant part labeled with the letter W was called the flower. But what is the function or the job of these brightly colored flowers? Remember, you are typing in complete sentences and writing your predictions. The part of the plant that was labeled last is called the flower. The flower attracts bees to the plant who help spread pollen, that yellow stuff, throughout the flower. The flower needs that pollen in order to make seeds, which is the main function of the flower. Next week, you're going to actually take apart, I think it's in 2 weeks, you're going to actually take apart a flower or dissect it to see if you can find those seeds on the inside. The flower is the container and the maker of seeds. Now you are to go to Google Classroom and you are to watch the second video about the parts of a plant. It's on BrainPop.